A quiet Sunday afternoon in downtown Dayton on December 11, 1960 changed very quickly. Billowing smoke began to show from inside the Dayton department store located on Market Street near Main Street. The fire apparently started in the rear of the Dayton department store and quickly went up to the roof where the gusty winds carried the flames into the adjacent French building. Mrs. Irene Riggs, nurse at the Thomason Hospital, was talking to a visitor when she noticed that the building felt unusually warm, and then suddenly, she smelled smoke. Mrs. Riggs opened a door into a bath and saw smoke coming through the floor. She notified the fire department at once. Volunteer firemen from the Dayton Fire Department answered the call at 2:45 p.m. and were joined within 2 hours by volunteer firefighters and equipment from the Decatur, Athens, Pikeville and Spring City fire departments. There were about 75 men involved in battling the blaze. Evacuation of Thomason Hospital was completed without incident, with 4 patients, 3 visitors, and a nurse on duty being taken out of the smoke-filled second-story building which was above the burning buildings. 2 patients crawled down the stairs led by a fireman, and the remainder were taken down fire ladders being assisted by the volunteer firemen. It appeared for a while that the fire would carry further up Market Street. With the additional men and equipment that neighboring towns provided, Dayton Fire Chief Clyde Nappy Johnson said the firemen were able to hold the flames down. Smoke and water accounted for most of the damage. The Pastime Q Room, across the street from the fire, was opened by Cotton Good, operator, and allowed the volunteer firemen to come inside to thaw from the chilling wind. Restaurants and residents provided an abundance of coffee and sandwiches for the firemen. After the fire was completely extinguished, the cleanup and rebuilding began. The Dayton department store was gutted in the rear of the store, and the remainder of the stock was ruined by smoke, water and falling debris from the ceiling. Louis Kolodkin, owner at the time of the fire, stated that account ledgers and books were saved from the fire and the store would be reopened as soon as it was repaired. The Rogers Drug Store at the corner of the burned buildings missed only 1 day of regular business because of the fire, according to F.R. Rogers' owner. Dr. W.F. Thomason, owner of the 10-bed hospital located on the second floor above the clothing store and drug store, said his loss was not as great as first expected, and that with a little pain and repair, the hospital would reopen soon. Dr. Thomason continued his practice from his residence while repairs were made. Clemens Brothers Furniture Company, which occupied the bottom floor and basement of the French building, suffered extensive water damage to the store's inventory. The store reopened on Tuesday after the fire in a new location near the Market Street Bridge with a new inventory of merchandise from Chattanooga.